Welcome, FNusa57 here. Once again, I'm back on my Xbox Series X, and today, this video will be my first impressions and gameplay for the brand new game, Rainbow Six Extraction. Now, keep in mind, this game is available to purchase for, I do believe it's like $39.99, or it might be $49.99 depending on which package deal you get. But it is included with Game Pass or your Game Pass Ultimate subscription if you want to play it. It is a cross-platform co-op FPS, and now I must say that I did not receive a review copy of this game, but I am playing it through Game Pass.
It's our job to be ready for anything. But something so strange, so unthinkable. How can we be ready for that? And it could be just the tip of the iceberg. And the parasite isn't alone. We're in uncharted territory now, facing something we know almost nothing about. Something that could destroy every living thing on the planet. Literally. React's not gonna let that happen. But to stop it, we have to understand it first. Knowledge is power. We're going to learn everything we can about the parasite. It's got a weakness somewhere. Let's get to work.
Alright, well that was definitely very interesting. So like I had started to say, I did play this game in beta, and I know it originated as a event part of Rainbow Six Siege, but now this is a standalone game. I'm hoping that it's pretty good, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot like Back for Blood when it first released. If you want, you can check out the videos I have on my channel for that game as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started and see exactly how it is. Since this is going to be first impressions and gameplay, as I normally do, I will keep the video to about an hour and a half in length. Feel free to skip through. Initially, we're going to go through whatever it makes us do, whether that be a tutorial or whatnot. And for the purposes of the video, I will go ahead and leave all the cutscenes in. So, with this particular game, as I mentioned, crossplay is available. Xbox cross-gen is not available, so keep that in mind. You will have to go through your initial setup process. Alright, so it looks like the very first thing it's going to make us do is go through the VR training, which this is pretty much going to be a tutorial, I believe. It's an interesting concept for a game. This is supposed to be a little bit more to the side of a stealth-based tactical FPS, as opposed to just, you know, a shoot everything that moves. Of course, if it moves and is going to shoot you, why not shoot it? But we'll see exactly how it is.
Cool.
Cool. This is bleeding-edge VR combat training. No one's encountered anything like La Zona Caliente. If our people are going to collect critical data on the parasite, they need the best training possible. Hold on. You did not get to the extraction point in time. In the real hot zone, you would now be encased in stasis foam, waiting for someone to rescue you. Another good thing about VR, no stasis foam to dissolve when it's over.
Like I said, cool. When do I gotta try?
Maybe after lunch. 2 days from now. Next!
That's a interesting idea. I've heard that the story's pretty decent. Hopefully the gameplay's good. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I have checked out the achievement list, which is interesting. You might be able to skip the VR training, but the achievement list for this game doesn't look too bad, except for the fact that there are a lot of secret achievements. So pretty much it's going to have us do basically like a basic mission, and we'll have one of 3 operators available. Now, I should mention this right off the bat. This is a team-based game. Alright? I am so tired of playing team-based games with randoms that have absolutely no idea it's a team-based game. So, just keep that in mind out there, guys. This is a team-based game. You cannot have 2 of the same operator, and this is not something that you can just go willy-nilly off into the blue and fly by the seat of your pants if you expect to actually make it very far as a team. Now, you can play the game solo, but at the moment, I don't believe there's any bot backfilling, so you're probably not going to be able to do it on extremely high difficulties, and more than likely, you will have to adjust your sensitivity, because I do believe that, at least in the beta, the sensitivity for this game was rather low. Off the bat, we have Doc, who starts with a shotgun, Ella, which is basically assault rifle and speed, I would say, and then another shotgun class with a pulse. Fires a stim pistol to heal 15 or revive himself or his teammates when downed. Having the ability to heal is going to be a pretty good thing. All of these classes to start with have 100 HP, but we're going to go with the assault rifle for now. Obviously, we can modify. There's a ton of different weapons to unlock with a ton of different recoil patterns, attachments, upgrades, and things of that nature. We don't have the ability to unlock all of that, so we're just going to be taking the basic stuff for now. And obviously I'll be playing solo. I may try a quick play match, and you do have the ability to toggle off crossplay if you want to just play with people from your specific platform. But let's see if we can get through this real quick and get to an actual mission.
Are called hot zones.
If I'm not mistaken, what is it, 4 hot zones?
Separated by airlocks. Operators are deployed to the safest area to complete objectives and gather intel. Parasite activity increases after each airlock. In line with React's directive to limit threat propagation, operators can exfil at any time at the available extraction point to report new intel to R&D. However, the further you go on an incursion, the better the intel. The Parasite ecosystem is sensitive to intrusions. At a certain threshold, it unleashes a massive Archean attack to eliminate the threat. The safety protocol is in effect when it's too risky to send for an extraction platform. Exfil before it's too late. Operators who fail to exfil or are left behind for any reason are considered MIA. A stasis device is activated on MIAs to protect them from the parasite. The next squad deployed to the same hot zone can attempt a rescue. React will do what it takes to bring our people home.
Alright, so yeah, sensitivity is definitely a little slow. I'm going to try to just run through this as quick as possible.
Target to take down with your React blade. A sample will be collected at the same time. Use your React drone to locate your target.
Yeah, that's way too slow on the sensitivity. Luckily, we can go in and adjust that. Alright, I may have to adjust brightness settings as well, because this game can be rather dark. But I know some people have complained about the fact that it is a very, it's a slower game. Of course, what I have to say and what other people have to say are not always the same thing. We do have a waypoint marker, which I don't think we'll always get a waypoint marker.
I'm reloading.
But unfortunately, the waypoint marker is actually for, well, not what we need at the moment. Now, there was a fun way to skip the training, because, like, right now we have to search for this target to take down with our knife to collect a sample from it. And unfortunately, there is no mini-map, so you don't exactly know where you've been and where you haven't been. Plus, these guys get alerted pretty darn easily, surprisingly. Unfortunately, that's not the specific unit that we needed. And you basically have to hunt around and find the specific thing that you need. You can use your drone and send the drone out, because, hey, why not? There's also points of interest in intel and stuff, at least according to the achievement list, but I don't know if any of them are in the tutorial. So I am going to try to skip this, because I do have an understanding of what you need to do, and I would prefer to actually go to a mission. I want to see if this works.
Stay close or you'll miss your ride back to base. We'll debrief in the real world.
It might work, because it does have the VR training check mark. Technically, that's not what you're supposed to do. And you don't earn any XP or anything from it. I'll have to check further into the achievement list to see if you can do anything else. But technically, you can now go ahead and actually deploy. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you use that if you're not at least somewhat familiar with the basics of the game.
We ain't nothing without our team.
So initially, you'll have a limited amount of operators to choose from. And depending on your development milestone, you'll eventually unlock more operators, which obviously you have a whole plethora of stuff to unlock. Accessories, react tech, gadgets, weapons. There's so much stuff that you have to actually unlock and upgrade. But you earn that by completing levels and your studies and everything. So right now we're not going to have anything unlocked, and we're only going to have a little bit of actual basic tech. I do have to say the graphics look good, but I'm going to have to tweak the sensitivity. I think I need to reduce the dead zone settings. It's kind of interesting that they have a little cutscene that explains some of it.
Move, you're in my light. Elisa, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
Hey, my fault. I just wanted to see how R&D is doing.
Not bad. Good, actually. Check this out. I couldn't figure out why it kept overheating. Then an operator came back with data on how El Parásito dissipates high thermal loads, and boom, the solution. Yes, the parasite is horrible, but it's also a scientific gold mine. Everything we learn makes our tech better.
Elena, keep making great stuff like this, and I promise to keep out of your light.
Well, that didn't tell us much.
Our tech is years ahead of the curve.
Alright, so this is the tech that we have. We have smoke grenades, recon drones. You can go ahead and learn about it. It does take tokens to develop the different React tech, which is... I don't know how I feel exactly about that, but the fact that you can develop so many different types of React tech is kind of cool. And if we go all the way over, you can get the last thing is the React laser. That's pretty cool, but that requires milestone 25. So that's obviously not something that we're going to get right away. And then the codex, you can review all the lore for everything, your agents, operators. There's a store as well, the shop, but as far as I can tell, it looks like the shop only contains cosmetic items, thankfully. So no pay to win at the moment. And we're going to be starting off in New York. So let's see, what do we have access to? We have the medic. We have pretty much like a rush character with proximity mines. They're only stunning, but they do recharge over time, which is nice. The cardiac sensor, that could be interesting. Another shotgun class. Decoy. Interesting. Explosive breach. See, you also want to look at what the reset is. You want to see, does it say can be used again after a short cooldown? Or does it say just a use? Because then you have to find charges for it if it's just a use item. If it's not just a use item, then you can go ahead and just keep running through it, which is pretty cool. Enemies attacking, the decoy will become scanned. Yeah, so right now, short cooldown. You can do the mines recharge over time. The EE-1D drone, which detects all moving enemies in the area for a short duration. Actually, yeah, that one can be used again off of a cooldown. And the disruptor, which makes you undetectable for a short duration, can be used again after cooldown. All of these characters are starting at initially 100, so it doesn't really matter too much what one you pick, but we are going to go with... You know what? We're going to go with Doc.
The problem will only get worse if we don't act.
And you can look at the advancement, so you can see, you know, all the different upgrades that you can make eventually, which is pretty cool. You can look at the cosmetics, which I don't believe cosmetics have really anything to do with stats, but they just make your character look cool. And then obviously, if you have different things unlocked, you know, you can use different types of sights, you can modify the weapons, really personal preference. And you can change like to your impact grenades if you have them researched or whatever. I would probably get impact grenades right off the bat because smoke grenades really don't do much, in all honesty. But let's just go ahead and see what we get into. Now, you can either do quick play, find a squad and start playing, or you can simply just jump into a specific area by yourself. Of course, jumping into a specific area by yourself is dangerous, but running with randoms is also very dangerous. So let's go ahead and try the first mission solo, and you can change your threat level, which will give more XP. Eventually, you can unlock even higher threat levels, but you're going to need a really good squad for those, so we'll just stay on moderate. And the reason why I'm doing this is I should tell everyone this game has in-game timers, certain things that have to be completed within a certain amount of time, which is really annoying. And then it also has a forced you must play different characters mentality to the game, because there is a real world cooldown timer that you have to wait for when your characters get injured in a mission or die in a mission. So I'm not entirely sure how I like that fact, and I really hope that Ubisoft will go and reduce that timer, but personal preference. So now that we just checked out, you know, the absolute basics of it, I know that took a little longer than ideal, but there's a lot to look at. That's part of a game, is figuring out the menus and how do things work. Most people just jump straight into a game, and they honestly don't really know what they're getting into, which is generally where you start running into problems on games that are more team-based and more complicated. Because this is definitely not Call of Duty. You don't just pick up a gun and start shooting things. I mean, technically you can, but it's probably not going to work out very well. So since we're playing by ourselves, unless the game gives us bots, I doubt I'm going to be able to get past the Monolith Tavern. We can probably do the Penthouse without much of a problem. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to start off with Doc, simply because I can heal myself. Now, so far, the menus have been really good, really stable. I don't know how the weapons are going to be, because, like, the shotguns, I don't see a suppressor on the shotgun. So we might be alerting the enemies by using that shotgun, at least in the beginning. We'll see how it is. We do have a built-in suppressor on the pistol, though, which is nice.
Counteract those tremors. Find our seismic stations.
Alright. Let me go game, turn up my volume a little bit. This way, if there is an audio cue, we can hear it. As you see, we have a 15-minute timer to get this done in, which honestly is something that I don't like. I really wish that you could go ahead and have more time to search the levels. 15 minutes is a fair amount of time, but it doesn't change the fact that I really wish that there was more time. Especially because you don't know where anything is. There's really only two waypoints. The extraction waypoint and the progress to the next section waypoint. So if you want to spend your time looking around at, you know, the environment or searching for collectibles, searching for intel. By the way, you can't jump in this game. Jumping is not a thing. You can vault over certain things, but jumping is not a thing. I hear something. I don't like the seismic one. It's definitely better if you have a team. If you have a team, then you don't really have to worry about it, because one person can go to each one of the objectives. If you're playing by yourself, it's a lot harder, as you can see, because, well, this is pretty basic. Like, it's just us, no bot backfill or anything, so we have to find everything on our own. And I'm just going to keep my pistol out for now, since I know the pistol is suppressed, and I don't know if the shotgun technically is suppressed or not. Here's something beeping at me. That might be the tool we need down there. Games like this tend to use a lot of audio cues. I just need to find a way downstairs.
That's one of them, but you need to start with the first station.
Okay. So that's the wrong station now. Let's try the other one. There's, I think, 3 stations that we need to get. The game's fairly good about giving you ammo. That's the extraction point, so that's not going to help us. You can use medkits right away. They basically apply a temporary health buff. And, of course, you can refill your react
You have
tech.
to start with the first station.
Unfortunately, that is the wrong station. Alright, so we still have to find station 1. We found 2 stations. They just happen to all be the wrong ones.
First station is there. Start the triangulation.
I'm reloading.
Get rid of everything around it. And this is probably going to trigger a horde, if I had to guess.
Commencing seismic triangulation. Setting timeout interval.
You did it. Head to the next station.
This is where if I had a team, it would be a lot easier to go between
That'll do it.
objectives.
Go to the next station.
There's a limit to how quickly that you can move in this game. It's way more tactical than most shooters.
Stand by for stabilization procedure.
Nice work. Our scientists can take over. Propagation of those seismic waves is being disrupted.
Obviously, killing enemies, that gives us some XP. Completing challenges gives us some XP. There is something else beeping at me. Or was beeping at me. But I guess it is gone. Alright. As you've seen, not a whole lot of enemies. I mean, the difficulty is really, really low as far as the difficulty that we're on. And at least we don't take falling damage, which is nice. Now, every time you get to one of these little safe rooms, safe spots, airlocks, I believe is what the game calls them, in between sections of the mission, there are always items in those safe rooms. I like to call them a safe room, but technically they're not a safe room, they're an airlock. And you can't progress unless you have your entire team.
Working. Keep at it.
So we can go in here, we can refill our ammo, which I can carry a ridiculous amount of ammo since I'm playing by myself. I'm not sure why I can keep refilling my react tech, even though my react tech is full. So I thought I was at maximum on that.
We aren't sure if this next got
If there's intel or anything, you can go ahead and interact with it, which I do suggest that you interact with everything, just because there's various achievements associated with whatnot.
or if they are entirely
So once you're done looking at everything that you want to look at, as far as like points of interest or not, like that's a nice achievement right there. Easy achievement, interact with a point of interest. So we just got that done, which is pretty cool. All right. let's go ahead and request the transmission. So basically you have two options when you complete a section. You can either A, go to the next section and get more potential XP and whatnot, or you can go ahead and exfil and save your progress. The choice is yours. I feel like I should go ahead and just play through.
Right there. Set the auto trackers.
How exactly do I do that? Oh, okay, we just have to get close and then we just magically jump up in the air and, you know, hit that button. Okay? And of course you can barricade doors and you can do some reinforcement and... Oh, shoot, yeah, I forgot about these things. These little blinding spores. Oh, and that's a rooter. Yeah, we don't want to... That was a big enemy. That guy looked like he'd be more annoying. The difficulty does jump up. I think that was the blinding spore. Yep. And to think I was only hit by one of those blinding spores. Ah, wow. Okay, that went through a wall. I was not ready for that. Everything in this game hits like a Mack truck, by the way. So we'll just get rid of those blinding spores. After all, there's an achievement associated with it. There's an achievement for doing all sorts of stuff in this game. Different kills, different methods. You can find out quite a bit about a game just by the achievements. Kill 5 different enemies in a single incursion. That's obviously pretty easy. Because we killed a nest. Here's our exfil point. If we wanted to exfil. You know, we killed a basic enemy, apparently a blinding spore, and a dormant nest count. There's another tip that I can offer players. This black goo, this sprawl, can be meleeed to get it out of your way.
Looks like we got enough data to update current nest conditions.
By meleeing it, then you don't actually have to worry about being slowed, because otherwise it slows you when you walk through it. So just keep that very much in mind. And nice stealth kills. Stealth kills are obviously like the best way to go about killing things. So if you can kill it without alerting it, that's going to be the best way to go about doing so. Looks like we can carry just a crap load of React Tech grenades. Also, every mission is not the same. I should keep that. That should have been something I mentioned way earlier. But that's supposed to be one of the neat aspects of this game, is the maps are not always the same. The objectives are not always the same. And on top of that, the enemies can also be like different variants or whatnot. So you don't always have to leave immediately after finishing an objective. I keep trying to interact with the door. I think I'm way too used to playing good old Back for Blood. We got a couple of bells. Just see real quick if there's anything else for us here, because the more XP we can get, the better. There's also an achievement around score, so you're seeing like that stealth bonus, nest, headshot kill bonus, things like that that pop up.
You're adapting well to the circumstances.
We'll go ahead and just shut the door behind us. Not that it's really important. Our ability's full. Since we do have the ability boost, we can look for a med kit. Here's some more stuff to examine. There we go.
Time to rescue you.
It's kind of cool that they have the lore And we're just going to get a whole bunch of react tech, apparently. So every time you come to one of these rooms, make sure you go ahead and interact with everything. You know, why not? And then I'm going to request a third zone. I honestly don't know if I can get through the third zone by myself, but we'll give it a try.
The parasite's carapace may be regrowing underground. No thanks to some arc spines. See where they're turning up.
Granted, this is only the first mission, and it is on the lowest difficulty, but if we're not careful, even on the lowest difficulty, we could get absolutely wrecked. And I don't want to enter that poison gas. That was definitely an exploding enemy of some kind. And somehow I just broke the bamboo. Didn't even know I could do that. We'll get rid of these little blinding spores. You get points for destroying the blinding spores as well. Oh, it was called a bloater, okay. So now we're fighting more types of enemies and differing types of enemies, looking for arc spines. I have no idea what those look like right now. And you'll notice we're getting those point stealth bonuses, which is pretty important, actually. Oh, come on, open the door. I wonder if I can melee this. Okay, yeah, so you get even more points if you do a takedown on those nests. That's good to know. There is an achievement for scoring like a ridiculous amount of points on a single mission. And right now I'm kind of just learning the game, but eventually I'll have to figure out how that works. So you're going to want to remain in stealth, it looks like. And you're going to want to target weak points. Remaining in stealth and targeting weak points appears to give the most points outside of maybe doing, I don't know how many more points takedowns would give. That would be my only question, is how many more points would a takedown give?
Plant those charges. That's gonna make some Archeans pretty unhappy. Stay frosty. Hostiles inbound. Defend the site.
Okay, so looks like we have to defend the site for an extended period of time. And this black goo is just showing up everywhere.
Archies are getting to the charges. Don't let them.
Dang, that dude hits hard.
I'm reloading!
Can I use this on myself? Alright, so it doesn't look like I can use the stim pistol on myself. That is disappointing, to say the least.
Reloading.
Archeans are attacking the charges. Fusion interrupted. Well, I guess you win some, you lose some.
That's not good. That's not good at all. Alright. Well, I guess that answers that question as to whether I can do the third section solo. I probably could have done the third section solo, but I just did not have the firepower necessary for that. So we have failed to protect the arc spike. And at this point, that means we can't actually get the bonus for completing the mission, but we can get out of the mission alive. Of course, I have taken damage, which means this character's going to need to heal. And I don't believe I can shoot myself. Nope, I cannot shoot myself, but I can waste that health pistol. Alright. It's very interesting that the medic can't heal themselves.
We're done here. Call in the helo when ready.
I'm reloading.
I have to wait for that green goop to dissipate. We did pop a few achievements, which is cool. I kind of wish it kept track of the total number of points that you had. But I don't see anywhere where it actually keeps track of that, unfortunately. Man, those blinding spores just went off at the wrong time. Alright, smoke at least makes it so that the guys can't see you. Oh, and I took damage from the explosion. Whoa. Yeah, see how much health we just lost on that? A single hit. And once one area knows you're there, you lose the stealth bonus, which means rip your points. Then again, once you kill the enemies in that area, you don't really have to worry about it, except if you're not careful, the nest will continue to spawn more enemies, which is why you want to get rid of the nests. Then again, you could just continue to farm the nests and get them to spawn more enemies so that you could potentially farm points. That might be a tactic. I don't know how many nest monsters can be spawned by a single nest.
Reloading.
So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, though. Just before we take too much damage.
Now, let's get you home. Nice work.
It would have been fine if I hadn't taken so much damage there and failed that last mission, but we still got a good chunk of XP. We would have earned another 2,000 XP, but that's alright. $9,946 XP off of the very first mission solo. Not bad. And of course you can replay it if you want to. But go ahead and return to the main menu and let's see what kind of upgrades or anything that we can make.
Oh, this will enable me to be of more help.
Oh, I forgot about the Ubisoft Challenges. I just earned XP for that. So, our rewards. Ability upgrade. Health boost increased to 20. And the 8Z helmet. Because we leveled up the operator. And as far as react progression, we have these different milestones, different things that you can do in order to earn more XP and level it up. So look up. We have to ping nests on walls or the ceiling. Now the bad thing is I don't know how to ping, so I'm going to have to go check what the control is to actually do that. But then we'd be able to get that done. So we're going to have to replay the mission for that. Now, this is the part that I don't like. So we took some damage, and we couldn't use that health pistol on ourselves. Which means that if I go back to my roster, you'll see that Doc here is still got missing health. And that is very frustrating. Because basically, to get that health back, we're stuck waiting. Especially if this character gets injured. So that means I have to play a different character.
The emergence of the parasite has been devastating, making containment our priority. The Pioneer is our strategic mobile base and hub for React operations.
And as you can see, we barely have anything done. We need a lot more XP in order to level up there. And we got a little bit of progress as far as the codex is concerned. But we don't really have much progress. So the only thing that we can do is we can try to go ahead and unlock something else. Let's see, short range. It can scan. You can carry 3 scanning mines. When you get knocked down, you can revive yourself. That's kind of cool that's available. That would be really good for solo play. There's the body armor, which reduces incoming damage by 20%. You lose body armor when downed. That's a pretty nice one. And then impact grenades. Impact grenades are probably better than the default smoke, which why it was letting me carry 15 smoke grenades when normally I can only, or at least according to this, I can only carry 3 smoke grenades. Who knows? But yeah, that's a thing. And then, of course, we have the recon drone, which recharges every 30 seconds when it's disabled or can be resupplied by the React tech cases. And I don't think I can upgrade that, or at least not on this screen. I can't. I'm going to go ahead and develop the impact grenade because I know I need that for several achievements. And then let's go and do... Well, unfortunately, there's really only 3 missions, or 3 hot zones there. And our studies, we can select the studies, and then we can see which ones we have to do. But unfortunately, you have to complete the previous step. So, like, we got Nest Popper, and then we got, you know, this other one, which you can reveal the results. So you get different rewards, including XP. Let's try and do the Nest Popper. So New York City, I should be able to do that regardless of the mission that I'm on. We'll stay on moderate difficulty. As you've seen, those enemies hit like a truck, even on lower difficulty. And it's supposed to be random each time. So this one looks like I got a fairly challenging random. Rescue, Shutdown, and Specimen. I feel like Specimen would be a really tough one to do. So I'm not going to be using Doc. There's really no reason for me to, because Doc is injured at this point. So I'm going to be starting with way less health than normal. That means I will run... And the armor rating on the character pretty much affects, like, how tanky they are. I kind of do like that shotgun, but let's try the character that has an assault rifle. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the explosive to the impact grenade. And then let's confirm that loadout. So I'm seeing definitely what people were talking about there's really limited content. You know, you're basically going to be repeating the same thing quite a bit. If there's 4 zones 3 checkpoints per zone, 3 missions per checkpoint.
They didn't make it to the airlock lab. Exfil whoever you find.
At least we do have a waypoint for the exfil thing. So let's get some stuff cleared and figure out how to ping. Up. Okay, yep, up on the D-pad. Alright, at least I know how to ping now. That's a good thing. So, remember, everything that we do, we can burn the full 15 minutes if we want to. Burning the full 15 minutes in a way would be ideal because you can get the most XP during that amount of time. I wonder if I can get this nest without alerting that exploder. Oh, that's cool. I can. Now, what happens if I mark that dude and shoot him in the head? No marked bonus. Alright.
Reloading.
Alright, carrying extra grenades. We'll go to the second section, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock that. Man, I'm getting messaged a lot by Toast. Ooh, we got another achievement. Slap fight. Hit 3 enemies with melee attacks. Okie dokie then. I wasn't expecting that to be an achievement. Remember, we have to ping nests that are on walls. And it's a good idea to boost our health to 100. This way, if we do take damage, it's going to be our temporary health, not our base value health.
We averted disaster thanks to this crane truck preventing that pillar from falling. It's also a reminder of who's back to rebuild.
Try to thin out the area that we have to go through and earn as much points in the process. Also, finding additional ammo crates to the point that you can at least have full ammo would be nice. The more ammo and the more tech you have, the better. That's one thing I've got to really remind myself not to do, is just go sprinting through. Being that I'm used to normal first and third person shooters, I tend to move rather aggressively, and that can backfire on me. As you've seen there, I took only a couple of hits from an area I thought I had already cleared of enemies. And I only took a couple hits, yet almost lost 50 HP because of that. So everything in this game hits you like a Mack truck.
React provides secure sanitary facilities so researchers maximize time spent in the hot zone.
You don't really gain that much of a movement speed bonus when you're not crouched. So it's almost worth it to just stay crouched all the time. Stealth and takedown. Alright, definitely worth it at the moment to go ahead and make sure that we do takedowns. That's going to be how we get the most points, is by doing those takedowns all the time. Maintaining stealth and doing takedowns. If we can't do that, we'll have to do weak point kills. I have a feeling the moment I get this asset, we are going to have a lot of other enemies to deal with. So we have the asset here. Oh god, escort. That's gonna be fun. Good thing I opened that room up ahead of time. Let's make sure. What do we have up here? We have some more react tech. That's gonna give us more of those impact grenades. And the extraction point is clear.
Come, I'll get you.
Exfil the package. Don't let them get hurt.
The carapace isn't dissolving the statue so much as absorbing it. No one understands how. Yet.
So I have to lead this dude by the hand. And I don't think I can bolt through the windows when I'm leading him by the hand. Nice, we got another med kit. Hell yeah. Shut that door behind us. There's yet another med kit. Oh, also, these are individual people, so keep that very much in mind.
Subzone transition in effect.
So every item in the safe room, it's not like each player gets an ammo box.
But inject enough stasis foam, and the whole process stops.
I think I just messed up. I probably should have taken this asset to the extraction point in the first section. I thought I could just take him to the safe room, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Destroying nests won't mean nothing if the nutrient node can get them to regrow.
Reload.
I just want to get to the extraction point. Yeah, 2 hits almost burnt my entire health bar.
Get the asset to the extraction pod.
Alright, nice.
I'm glad you got deployed for this rescue.
I should have done that earlier, but at least we got it done.
Reloading.
We gotta get carry injector to nutrient node. Alright.
Good yeah.
Let's get this. A health kit would be nice. I mean, I don't need a health kit. It's just it would be nice to have a health kit right now.
My target is priority. Engage my gun.
Alright, our look up task is complete, which is really nice.
Get the foam to do its thing, and the nutrient node will stop reviving its nest army.
Oh, wow. Come on, point of interest.
You did it. The underground root system is all clogged up with foam.
Ugh, nasty, sticky goo. All kinds of sticky goo. I don't actually think I like this assault rifle character as much as I like the shotgun, surprisingly.
That one's taken care of.
Oh, crap, forgot about the spores. I always forget about these little spores.
Your methods have gotten you this far. Keep up the advance.
Okay, ability is full. React tech, we might as well grab more of. I don't know.
React scientists can use airlock labs like this one to acquire key data. Most of them leave as
I can't see. Nice, medkit. Hell yeah. That's what we needed.
Nothing left to do here, but there's more in the next subzone.
Nests are like DNA libraries, organic factories, and wombs all rolled into one. Nasty, but very cool.
Capture the elite target. Alright, let's try it. I might as well try it.
Track down a high-value enemy. R&D needs it alive, and I'll tell you when you find it. Trap
I mean, I
at
have...
the extraction point. Whatever you do, don't kill it.
Okay, that was really lucky. He's like right in front of me.
My target is priority kill.
Darn, that dude just did not want to die.
Drone out. Gets them every time. Grenade going.
No, that's a explodey dude.
That's it. Trigger the trap.
Whew. Not what I wanted to do.
capture complete.
That trap is really good. You're good too.
I was trying to do that without taking so much damage, but...
Reloading weapon.
I took way more damage there than I wanted to. Ooh, just popped another achievement. I think we're pretty much close to our maximum allotted time for recording. So we're going to skip some of the searching and just go ahead and get the extraction.
I'm reloading.
When ready, call in the helo. The Pioneer is on standby.
Reloading weapon.
Damn, there's a lot of enemies.
Close on range.
Ah, man, wrong button. I'm always hitting the wrong button for my grenades, it seems.
Impact grenade out.
That didn't kill him. Wonder if an impact grenade will kill a nest. Okay, so an impact grenade does kill a nest. That's good to know. But it didn't kill a spiker.
Throwing impact.
Looks like you get extra points for tactics. Might be a good idea to carry impact grenades. Oh, I got another achievement. Tidying up. Kill 30 blinding spores. Alright. That's easy. So, 45 for destroying a nest in stealth with a takedown.
Impact going out.
And 40 for the explosive plus 20 for the stealth. That's odd that it's better to throw a impact grenade to destroy a nest than it is to just do a stealth takedown on it. Weird. Try that again. Oh, no. Okay, it's not. Never mind. That must have been because I killed the breacher in stealth. That's why it popped up the other one. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here, see what we unlock. I don't think I have as much XP because I took a little less damage, but I didn't really take the time to explore very much, and a lot of my kills were outside of stealth. But we got a rare achievement! Girls' Night. Complete all objectives in an incursion with only female operators. Okay, didn't expect that. And extract from an incursion with all objectives completed and no one MIA. Wow, that is actually like a much easier achievement than I thought, considering we can do it on any difficulty. And the achievements are tracking for elimination of nests, objectives, explosives. Okay, alright, I'll take it. 50 rooters, 100 enemies. Use takedown 50 breachers or bloaters. Sludges with explosives. Kill an enemy while prone. Didn't even know I could do that. Huh. Okay, yeah, it won't be too terribly bad to go through the achievement list on this game. We just unlocked a, yeah, I think a shotgun.
Even with the data we've collected, there's still so much that
We got a react token. Nice. And of course now you see that that character has been injured. But if we go to the operators, you'll notice that Doc has recovered. It's just really annoying that like you can't keep playing the character that you like. You have to go back and forth between different characters. Cool, yes. Annoying, also yes.
it's made containment a steep challenge. Even with the data we've collected.
And then, of course, the codex, the shop. Nothing else has changed there. Let's just see for the heck of it what our studies are at now. Because we're on to this one, resource tagging. Ping different supply cases. Alright. Use any command from the chat wheel. Press and hold up for the chat wheel. And let it glow. Make an enemy bioluminescent through a wall. The React UV light is an essential piece of equipment. Use it to trigger the Arcane's bioluminescence to reveal their weak points. Through a wall, though. Alright, that one I'm not entirely sure how you do. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. But so far, I would say the game is not bad. It seems to function just fine, but obviously that is in solo play. It's probably better with friends, but hopefully it doesn't like get, you know, glitchy or anything when you're playing in online co-op. Overall, so far it's not too bad. You do have to tweak the sensitivity a little bit, and we'll see how it is in online co-op, but overall, not bad. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the game. And if the video was interesting, smash that like button and subscribe for more content, as that greatly helps me out with YouTube. Until next time, stay frosty.